What should my expectation be around the whole going to therapy? Yeah. Because I've never done this before. I'm new, and just what should my expectation be?
Yeah, it's a really great question. I'm going to draw back to something we said earlier, where therapy isn't the goal. So we've said actually you have a bigger goal. So the goal potentially is you're wanting to have a better marriage, or you want to be able to handle stress better. Maybe you don't know the goal yet, and that's also okay. So therapy, like I said, I like to frame it as a tool. It's not going to be perfect, and it's probably not going to be like in the movies. So like we said, you're not going to be reclining back in a chair. Therapy is a way, especially what we're talking about now, is actually talk therapy. You get all sorts, therapy is a huge word. You get equine therapy, you can go, get therapeutic intervention by playing with horses, and there's a whole variety of therapies you can do. So we're talking about talk therapy here. So it's essentially the idea that you can sit with somebody who you're paying, a paid individual who is qualified in psychology, and they're going to listen to you sharing about what's going on in your life, that you're going to tell them maybe what you're experiencing, what you're stressing about. Maybe you can identify some of the issues in your life and you're able to give that to them. You might not actually have the self-awareness though to do that at that point. You might actually sit there and go, I don't really know why I'm here. All I know is that things aren't going well.
And that's okay as well.
Yeah, and I want them to be better. And so then they're trained in sort of helping you unpack where you're at and what's going on. And so a big part of therapy is that it's a two-way engagement. It's a conversation. It's not a big power play. I think we always have this understanding that therapy is, I'm going to go to Shameen and then he's going to tell me all that's wrong with me and then he's going to fix it. Like that's not what it is at all. It's teamwork. I like to think of it like you're rowing your boat, your life, and then some holes sort of pop in, and so the therapist gets in the boat and they help you work out why are there some holes, why is this boat leaking, and then at some point the therapist is going to get out of the boat and you're going to keep living your life. And so they're like a journey partner. They come alongside you and they help you unpack through speaking what you're experiencing. Because they're trained in psychology, they will maybe be able to point things out to you. They might be able to help you shift your view, or because they don't know you, they also will be able to spot some of your blind spots that you can't see. For example, if you come in and you're sharing, they'll be able to say, wow, it sounds like you've got a really strong story here. You're telling a really strong narrative. Could it be that this might be what's going on? And because they're not biased, it's sometimes easier to receive from them. So in summary there, it's talking to an individual who's been trained to listen, because I think that's also a huge part of it, is we just want to be heard. And we want to be heard by someone who's not listening just to reply. Because sometimes I think that's what our lived stories are, that we're surrounded by family members or colleagues who it's a constant power play and it's not safe.
Or tell me what I want to hear so that I can feel better about myself.
I'd say the three things that I think are really important to experience when you're sitting with a therapist are safety, that you feel safe to be vulnerable. And I know that stereotypically for a man, there are a lot of women who battle with this as well, but for a man it is harder sometimes, because you've grown up with stories around you got to be strong and you can't show your feelings, and like cowboys don't cry, like a long list of things. So that you feel safe, that you feel respected, I think is a really big one, and that you can be authentic. So if those three things are really what you're looking for in a therapeutic space.